If you're in construction lending, you know the pain of processing a loan draw. It can be a really complicated manual process, right? Well, today we're going to walk through how the nCino platform completely transforms that whole task into a simple, streamlined workflow. So let's just dive right in. So what's the big deal here? At its heart, nCino's construction loan administration feature solves a massive headache. We're talking about getting rid of all those different programs and offline spreadsheets. It just cuts out all the risks that come with rekeying data by pulling everything into one single efficient system. Okay, here's how we're going to break it down today. We'll start with the overall process. Then we'll walk through how you actually submit a request. After that, we'll look at the approval workflows, the final funding step, and then finally, how to track the entire history of the draw. First things first, let's take a look at the 30,000-foot view. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, it's really helpful to see where a draw request actually fits into the whole construction loan lifecycle. So this lays out the entire journey, right? From setting the budget all the way to the final funding. But for today, we're going to really zoom in on the core draw process. That's steps 4 through 6, making the request, getting through the inspection and approval, and finally getting that draw funded. All right, let's get our hands dirty with that first active step, submitting a draw request. This is where you actually kick off the process to get the funds moving, and you do it all from right inside the main loan record. And honestly, the process is designed to be incredibly simple. You just go to the Draws and Disbursements tab, click Submit Draw Request. A little window pops up, you pick the date, choose the budget line item, say roofing or plumbing, and then you just pop in the amount. You can even stack multiple line items into one single request. Then you hit Submit, and that's it. The whole approval workflow is now in motion. So you've clicked Submit. Now what? Does it just go into a black hole? Nope. This is where the system's automation really starts to shine. It's not some manual handoff. You've just triggered a pre-configured approval workflow. And here's the crucial part. You don't have to worry about who needs to approve what or chase people down for signatures. The system completely takes over. It routes the request through a workflow that your administrator already set up to match your institution's specific rules for compliance and transparency. It's all handled for you. And as the request moves along its automated journey, you can see its status update in real time. It's kind of like tracking a package. It might start as pending inspection, and then once that gets the green light, it moves through the next stages until it's finally marked as approved. Every step is a clear checkpoint, and it's all tracked right there in the system. All right, all the approvals are in, every I is dotted, every T is crossed. Now let's get to the most satisfying part, actually initiating and funding the draw. This is where we release the funds. And the system makes it super obvious when it's time to act. Before all the approvals are done, the draw request is really just an entry in a list. But after that final sign-off, bam, the initiate funding link just appears. You can't miss it. That's your signal that the request is fully approved and ready to be paid. Clicking that link brings up one last confirmation window. All you do here is confirm the amounts for each line item. You can even make last-minute adjustments if you need to. And then you hit that final Initiate Funding button. And that is literally it. The funds are now on their way. Okay, so the draw is funded, but the story isn't quite over. One of the most powerful things about this system is the complete transparency it gives you. And that brings us to tracking the draw history. Remember that Draws and Disbursements tab where we started? Well, it's also your central command center. It's not just for making requests. It's where you monitor the entire financial health and progress of the construction project, all in real time. And if you ever need to dig into the details, you can expand the disbursement summary for any draw. This table gives you a perfect, crystal clear breakdown. It shows you exactly what was budgeted, what was requested, and what was actually funded for every single line item. There is absolutely no guesswork involved here. And for an even deeper dive, the draw history log is your golden ticket. It provides a complete, time-stamped audit trail. It records every single event, from the moment the request was created, to when the inspection was ordered, to every status change, right up to the final funding. It even tells you which user performed each action. This is your single source of truth. This quote from the nCino documentation just nails it, doesn't it? The entire process we just walked through, submitting, approving, funding, and tracking, it replaces what used to be a fragmented, time-consuming mess of different programs and a whole lot of manual data entry. So there you have it, the process from end to end. By putting all of these steps in one central place, nCino really does bring a whole new level of clarity and efficiency to construction lending. It turns what was a really complex task into a manageable, transparent workflow.